guys, welcome to today's video. So I had a request that I saw on my YouTube channel to do a kind of relaxed cleaning routine. So this would be like my cleaning routine if I wasn't pumping for the milk bank for premature babies. This would just be like my regular pumping routine. This is what I did with our two boys when I was pumping. So I'm going to show you that routine. So I have my dirty pump parts in here, and I have a bin, and then I have my Medela Quick Clean micro steam bags, and I also have some bottle soap. This is the Dapple one. I was using the Medela soap, and I like that one for soaking. This one's perfectly fine for soaking too. We're going to use that one, but you can use the Medela one as well. Whichever soap you want to use is fine. So I am going to just show you kind of a little montage on what I do, and hopefully this video helps you guys, and I'll kind of talk you through what I'm doing in the video as well. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me. So now I'm going to start the hot water and start filling up the bin and get it nice and sudsy. So you want to make sure that everything's like pretty submerged and that the water is nice and soapy and like pretty hot, at least like really, really hot to the touch, I would say. Like my water doesn't get as hot as I would like it to, but you want to make sure that it's nice and hot. So I would probably let this soak for at least 10 minutes. So I'll be back in a couple minutes to show you how to do the next portion. Okay. So now that everything's been soaking in here for at least 10 minutes, I'm going to open my Medela steam bag nice and wide. And I usually just put it over to the side here. In the directions it says 2 ounces of water in this bag to create the steam. So what I normally do is I'll get like a little Medela a little Medela bottle, and I'll fill it with 2 ounces of clean water. First I'm going to rinse it. One of the main tricks is that you really want to make sure that you rinse your bottles really, really well, and you want to rinse them in hot water. There's 2 ounces, so I just dump it right in and then put the bottle in. So the bottle is not full of water, it's empty, but I just dumped the water right in. So now I'm going to put some of the bigger parts in the little bag here and then put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of how stuffed it is. Hopefully you guys can see it. The bag is pretty stuffed. You don't want to overstuff it, but I found that even overstuffing it, the parts still get really clean. So now I'm going to make sure that the Ziploc is nice and tight and there's no spaces. There is a little steam hole here, so you do want to make sure there's like a little caution. You do want to make sure that when you take it out of your microwave that you're not touching this area because you could get burned because the water does get super hot. So now let's put it in the microwave. Okay, so now we're gonna put the Medela steam bag right in the microwave. It says on the back here to microwave for 1.5 minutes for an 1100 watt, or 3 minutes for 800 watts, or 5 minutes for 500 watts. I always put mine on 2 minutes and it seems to be perfect that way. And now we just wait. So while we're waiting for that, I use the Boone drying rack. So I'm gonna put that right here. Normally I kind of have it in a different area. For the sake of this video, we're just gonna stick it here. But this is what I use to dry all my parts, and I've always used this. I use it for my milk bank parts, and I also use it for both of my boys. I'll have everything that I talked about in this video linked down below. But I love this drying rack. It's super, super easy, and it actually does dry your parts a lot better than the towel. You don't get that like mold kind of situation happening. Okay, so now that it's been 2 minutes, I'm going to take this carefully out of the microwave. So I can see it steaming. So now what you want to do, since there is steam coming out of this hole here, is that you want to dump the steaming water out. So I just dumped the steaming water out, and so now I'm going to start putting my parts on the Boone drying rack. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see. So here's my Boone drying rack, and then I also have a little towel. Here is the steam bag. So what I like to do is open the bag and kind of just let the steam come out. Then I have these little tiny tongs. I love these. I think I found these at the kitchen store. I'll link them down below. I'm sure you can get some at Amazon. And I just take these and take out the parts and put them right on the Boone rack to dry. They are usually pretty hot, so you definitely want to be careful. And then if there's any excess water in there, I just dump it out and then start finishing up the other parts that are still left in the bin. Okay, so now we can rinse the rest of the parts and put them in the steam bag. Almost forgot to put 2 ounces of water in it. Mom hack. video. I know this one was a little bit shorter, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope it helped you with your cleaning routine. Now, essentially what I would do is just let these parts dry. They usually dry pretty quickly because of how hot they are, and just the boon rack really gets a lot of air circulating underneath it, so it's really easy to get your parts nice and dry. So I hope you guys found this video informative, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next.